Now, onto a very delicious business. Joining us is Chef Rosen, here with the inside scoop about Driscoll's berries. Allie, higher prices are happening at the grocery store, but I am seeing some great deals on berries.
Yes, I mean, that is why I am super excited to be partnering with Driscoll's today, because berries are kind of one of those things that we all want, and when we see a deal on them, we're so excited. And I think the other thing is the consistency, right? Like if you're gonna spend that money, especially in this environment, on some berries, like you want to know that they're going to taste good, they're going to be juicy and flavorful. And so that's kind of what Driscoll's is for, to make sure that you know what you're getting every time you buy a Driscoll's berry from their core berry patch of strawberries, raspberries, blueberries, and blackberries.
Tell us about Driscoll's business model and what sets that company apart from others.
Yeah, well, I think what's so interesting is that they are constantly in pursuit of better berries, right? Like they have a whole research and development team, I mean, which sounds like the best job in the world, right? Like, let me just like taste berries all day long. But they're constantly trying to make sure, A, that they have consistency, how to make the berries bigger, how to make them more flavorful. And then they come out with these special limited edition berries. You'll often see the Driscoll's Sweetest Batch or the tropical flavor, because the rosé berries, which are beautiful, because they're always researching to find more and to kind of bring people more new and interesting berries, which I think is what really sets Driscoll's apart from really almost any other produce brand you can think of. I mean, Driscoll's is just that ubiquitous with our lives.
What are some easy recipes to whip up?
Right. Well, and I think that that's the key, right? It's the simplicity of like, you've already bought the berries, so just keep it simple. You know, either make strawberry shortcakes, like you can buy the shortcake, you can either make or buy the whipped cream and top it with berries. You know, a cheesecake bar if you want to get a little bit more into it. But again, that's like a graham cracker crust and some cream cheese on top, and then topped with delicious berries. Or, I mean, my personal favorite is just chocolate covered strawberries, right? Like anybody can do that. Like if you're somebody who's watching this and you're like, excuse me, I watch a business program, I am not a cook. Like this you can do, right? Like you can dip strawberries into melted chocolate and then top it with like coconut flakes or almonds or something fun like that. And then everyone will think you're very impressive without having to actually do that much.
I learned how to make compote recently using berry, sugar, and lemon.
It's the best. Yeah, instead of buying jam that's like loaded up with sugars, like the flavor of the berries is enough, right? Like if you're buying good berries, like when you've bought those Driscoll's berries, you know they're going to be flavorful. So if you just cook them down, like you don't need to add anything else. I mean, that's kind of the best part of it, right? Like
you don't need it?
You don't need it. I mean, you don't. The berries taste good on their own, right? Like a lot of those recipes, they're telling you to add lemon to get a little bit more of that acidity. They're telling you to add sugar to get a little bit of that sweetness. And if you're buying Driscoll's berries, you know they already taste good, so you don't need to add anything.
Amazing. You can learn something every time you watch our show. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you. Thank you so much for having me, Angie. I really appreciate it.
Go to businessfirstam.com for where to see our show on TV.